Are you struggling to set up Postman with Newman, or configure AWS credentials dynamically in your GitLab CI/CD pipeline? Or maybe you want to run Python automation for UI and API testing on different environments like Dev, QA, or test after deployment. In this video, I'll show you how to configure your GitLab CI/CD pipeline step by step for Postman API tests, AWS authentication, and Python automation. Whether you're working in a cloud environment or running tests locally, this tutorial will help you set everything up smoothly. So let's get started. Section 1. Setting up Postman and Newman in GitLab CI/CD. First, let's configure Postman in GitLab using Newman. This will allow us to run API tests automatically every time we push code or deploy an application. Step 1. Install Newman locally. If you haven't installed Newman yet, open your terminal and run npm install Newman reporter HTML extra Newman reporter JSON. This will install Newman along with the HTML and JSON reporters for detailed test reports. Step 2. Run a Postman collection locally. Once installed, you can execute a Postman collection using Newman like this. Newman run your underscore collection. JSON your underscore environment. JSON reporters CLI. HTML extra. This command runs your Postman tests and generates a report. Step 3. Integrate Newman with GitLab CI/CD. Now, let's configure GitLab to run Postman collections automatically. Add the following code to your GitLab c.ml file. Postman API test. Stage. API test image. Node. Latest script. npm install Newman reporter HTML extra Newman run your underscore collection. JSON your underscore environment. JSON reporters CLI. HTML extra reporter HTML extra export Newman report. HTML artifacts. Paths. Newman report. HTML. Now, every time you push code, GitLab will run Postman tests automatically. Section 2. Setting up AWS credentials dynamically in GitLab. If your API tests require AWS authentication, you can configure GitLab to dynamically fetch AWS credentials before running Postman. Step 1. Assume AWS role. Dynamically modify your GitLab c.ml file to include this step before running Postman tests. Before underscore script. APK add no cache Oz CLI JQ export $Oz STS assume role with web identity, role arn $Oz underscore role underscore arn, role session name, GitLab session, web identity token $Oz underscore OIDC underscore JTW, duration seconds 3600, query, credentials. Access key ID, secret access key, session token, output text. Step 2. Pass credentials to Postman tests. Modify the Postman command to include AWS credentials dynamically. Script. Newman run your underscore collection. JSON your underscore environment. JSON, env var Oz underscore access underscore key equals $AWS underscore access underscore key underscore ID, env var Oz underscore secret underscore key equals $AWS underscore secret underscore access underscore key, env var Oz underscore session underscore token equals $AWS underscore session underscore token. Now, let's set up Python-based UI automation using Selenium in GitLab CI/CD. Step 1. Install dependencies first. Make sure you have the required libraries in your requirements file. Selenium ptest Chrome driver py. Step 2. GitLab pipeline for UI tests. Modify your GitLab c.ml file to include Python UI tests. UI automation. Stage. UI test image. Python 3.9 before underscore script. Pip install rdummy underscore requirements.txt script. pytest test underscore ui slash test underscore cases dot py html equals ui underscore automation underscore report. HTML artifacts. Paths. ui underscore automation underscore report. HTML section 4. Running automation in different environments. Many teams need to run automation on different environments. To do this, we'll use environment variables in GitLab. Step 1. Define environment in your GitLab C.ml. Set up different environment configurations. Variables. devenv_url. https://dev.example.com. qaenv_url. https://qa.example.com. testenv_url. https://test.example.com. Step 2. Use the environment in tests. Pass the environment URL dynamically to your automation scripts. Script. pytest test_cases.pyenv$qaenv_url html equals test_report_qa. html. Now, you can trigger tests for different environments. Section 5. Viewing reports in GitLab. After running tests, you'll want to see detailed reports. GitLab stores them as artifacts. Step 1. Store HTML reports. Modify your pipeline to save reports after tests run. Artifacts. Paths. Newman report. HTML UI_automation_report. HTML. Step 2. View reports in GitLab. Once the pipeline completes, go to C, CD, then Jobs, then Artifacts, and download the reports. Step 3. Publish reports via GitLab pages. If you want to share reports as a website, configure GitLab pages like this. Pages, stage, report script, MVUI_automation_report. HTML public, MV Newman report. HTML public, artifacts. Paths. Public only, may. Now, reports will be available online, and that's it. You now have a complete GitLab C/CD pipeline for running Postman API tests, Python UI automation, AWS authentication, and multi-environment testing. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more automation tutorials. See you in the next video.